Hi, so welcome to a second video. Not gonna take up too much time, so we're just gonna get right into it. I want you guys to picture this. It's 2020, you're at home, and of course, because we're all under quarantine, there's nowhere for you to go. You pull out your phone, you open your favorite app, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you're scrolling through the reels, and you come across a video. And in this video, it's telling you how, CEOs like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or quote unquote, insert the name of your generic tech CEO, and how they are infusing tracking and control chips into the vaccine. And so therefore, that's why you need to make sure you and your loved ones do not get vaccinated. So what's today's topic about? Today, we're talking about media literacy. What is it? Why it's a survival skill in the chaos of social media, and how you can use it to spot sensational media and avoid echo chambers these algorithms are designed to trap us in. So we're going to go through each chapter. I think there's about 5 chapters today, but we're just going to lay it down. Today's going to be a quick video because I felt it's important. I think, especially now that I'm uploading videos on YouTube myself, I wanna make sure my audience is aware of what exactly they need to do to make sure what they are consuming is going to be beneficial to them, right? So what does that mean for you? So that's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to start with the first chapter. So I'm going to, as usual, give you guys a bit of a music break. You know me, I like my music. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of a music break and we'll get right into chapter 1. If I leave you no vex, the minute you are here, then you are gone. If I leave you no vex. So, what is media literacy? Media literacy sounds like one of those overly academic terms, and honestly it does, but it's actually just very simple. It's the act of knowing how to extract useful information from what you watch, and that process of extraction involves you identifying what exactly you're watching, identifying why what you're watching was made, and if you're the target market for that. So it's pretty much ensuring you're not just a sheep that goes along with the program. You want to make sure you're making conscious decisions. Your decisions are not potentially being manipulated because you viewed sensational content, and it's also making sure you form opinions of your own, like, how do I feel about this, what do I think about this, and it doesn't have to be agreeable, right? So media literacy is understanding that we live in a world where people make videos to get views, and they would have hot takes, they would have outlandish takes, they would have all kinds of takes because their goal is to get views, not necessarily to give you the best kind of information or the most helpful kind of information, but to get views. And this this is with everything. Traditional media today, and when I say traditional media, I mean the news networks, that's CNN, whatever news network you watch, it all applies to them, because just like the social media, news today has ratings. So, and those ratings are used to determine just how much those networks can sell space for advertisement. So sometimes they deliver the news in sensational ways, in ways that unnecessarily trigger their audience. And although yes, the purpose is to keep your eyeballs glued to the news, it's also sensationalizing whoever watches it, and that can be a bit of a problem sometimes. Now, media literacy is something that's usually taught in journalism school, but we're gonna go through it today and make sure you guys have a grip on exactly what it is you're consuming, being conscious about what you consume.
The minute you are here, then you are gone. Body be like Coca-Cola bottle. See you tonight. Salam alaikum to your Victoria Secret. I won't be your body. Get it tonight. Let's take a time for.
So, why do I feel like this is a necessity in today's landscape? I think, and I know a lot of people interact with the internet today were probably alive before the internet ever existed. But back then, look at me saying back then, I'm not that old, guys. But back then, information was flowed a bit slower. It was more filtered, and you could only get it through prescribed channels like the newspaper, TV network, radio, and they had the standards. There were editors, there were fact checkers, there were legal departments, all of these things in place to make sure that what you were getting was pretty much as accurate and as intentional as it could be. But now, thanks to social media, information spreads all over the world in seconds. We have examples of it today in what's popularly known as viral videos or viral moments. Anything goes viral. So we upload something, within minutes, hours, days, it's gone viral, and you're being viewed around the whole world. So many people have made their careers off of this. And this is all thanks to social media and the algorithms that these platforms use, the social media platforms use. These algorithms are designed to keep your attention for as long as possible, because they need to be able to show to advertisers that they have your attention, and if they get paid for it, they can put whatever the advertisers want to sell in front of you. So, and these algorithms are designed to keep you scrolling. They don't necessarily care about telling you the truth. The algorithms just want to make sure you're on the platform. If a post is shocking, if a post is outrageous, emotionally charged, it's far more likely to get boosted, because our natural instinct is to gravitate towards those things, right? That's what we pay attention to. So media literacy, it's kind of ensuring you don't get stuck in those echo chambers. You consciously take yourself out. Yes, I've consumed this content. Yes, it was shocking. Yes, it was outrageous. But let me go do some research. Is this actually factual? Did the president of XYZ country actually say this?
What do you have to lose? I'll say it again. What do you have to lose? Take it. Hydroxychloroquine. Try it if you'd like.
Is this bill being proposed currently to be passed? And even if it is, what exactly is the ramification of that bill? What does it actually mean? What does it mean for the regular people? What does it mean for immigrants? And when you do all of that, the final stage is, how do I feel about this? What's my take on it? What do I think should be the right way this should be handled? So that's really what it's about, and this applies to everything. I know I just gave a bit of a political example, but it applies to everything. It's, you see it even when you watch all these videos telling you about your health. Of course, eat well, exercising is good, but everything tries to get sensational. There's videos telling you not to drink water.
Stop drinking water at all costs.
And then there's videos telling you the only thing you should drink is water. There's videos telling you, oh, don't eat fruits. And then there's videos telling you, oh, you need to eat fruits with meat. And so it's media literacy just ensures you are being intentional about the content that you consume. So I think that's the goal of this chapter. And to get back to the story initially, now imagine you've watched that video, right? Telling you tech CEOs are trying to infuse tracking chips into your vaccines. You try to move on with your day. You're going about, it's pandemic, you can't really go anywhere. So you're cooking, you're trying to make dinner, but you find, wow, this thing is actually stuck in my head. And it hits close to home because guess what? You just took the vaccine like a week ago, right? So you're thinking to yourself, do I actually have a chip inside me? I mean, has technology gotten that good? Like, and before you know it, without knowing that you need to go do the research, without knowing that you need to go dig further to validate this thing that you've heard, you're digging yourself down deeper into a rabbit hole. So how do you maintain your sanity rather than dig further into a rabbit hole? So we're gonna go on to the next chapter, and as we go on, we'll play out that story and see how it ends up by the end of the video.
Girl, it's nice. Let's take a time for two. As on your tight. Keep riding, I got you. Keep on moving, my CC. Gilly, my lordy. Go do, go back. If I leave you, no vex. The minute you are here.
So this is in this chapter, I'm just going to discuss quick tips and tools you can use to identify when you're consuming sensational media. And as I said earlier, I'd explained in the previous chapter what sensational media is. So how do you spot sensational media? How do you defend yourself from this? Or rather, how do you educate yourself in this landscape that we live in? Firstly, check your sources. Who posted it? Is it the journalist? Or are you just watching on a random account with a username like health diet is life? So check your sources. Where you consume information from is just as important as what kind of information you're consuming. It's very, very critical. Second is check the evidence. Are they actual facts, links, data, or is it just vibes? That's one thing that a lot of people fall for. Do the work, check the facts, check your evidence. Oh, this guy is talking about a vaccine that contains tracking devices. Go do your research, learn how the vaccines are made, read some papers on how they went about the production of the vaccines, find out what exactly is in the composition of this vaccine that I just had injected into, and make sure where you're getting that information from is a credible source. I'm talking, for those in North America, you're talking the CDC. For the rest of the world, WHO, World Health Organization, is a good place to go to. So in that particular example, I mean, of course, in other areas, you check relevant sources. Check your emotion. If the headline makes you instantly furious, terrified, just triggers an emotion that that changes your countenance or your commensuration of that day, that's a red flag. Sensational media is designed to get an emotional reaction from you, because remember, that's what the algorithm wants, because it knows the algorithm knows that's what will keep you on the platform, that's what will keep you scrolling. So check your emotions. How's this making me feel right now? Take a break. Oh, I'm feeling a bit distressed. Oh, I'm feeling a bit scared. Oh, I don't feel so happy anymore. I'm gonna take a break, right? And then cross check. This is to reinforce your evidence check. Don't just be okay with getting that information from one source. I am currently living in Nigeria. If I hear the news, let's say a news about swine flu, I'm just not gonna. I'll check WHO. I'll check the CDC. I'll check the Nigerian Health, the Nigerian Health Ministry. These are three factual sources I can check that would ensure whatever information I'm getting, I'm able to cross-check them and make sure I'm getting my information as accurately as possible, right? So, because most likely the WHO is gonna back up what the CDC is saying. The CDC is most likely gonna back up what the Nigerian Health Ministry is saying. So, by the time I'm done reading those three, I'm confident in the fact that not only do I know what the right information is, but when I'm passing that information along, I'm sharing accurate information, right? So we'll do a bit of a graphic on just that comparison to get you guys to understand the difference between what a sensational headline looks like and the kind of feeling they are trying to, the kind of emotion they are trying to get out of you, and what a factual headline looks like. It's focused on the facts, it's focused on getting you useful information.
The minute you are here, then you are gone. Alone, go pẹ́. If I leave you no vex, the minute you are here, then you are gone.
So this chapter, we're going to be talking about escaping echo chambers, and I think this for me is the main reason why I want to make sure this video it's the second video on this channel. Escaping echo chambers. People who are stuck in echo chambers, it's hard, and this applies to all sides of all lanes on the spectrum. When you're stuck in an echo chamber, it serves as a form of positive feedback loop, and it's hard to get yourself out of it. It's so hard. I have so many friends who've been in it. I have so many people who've been in it, and it's hard to get yourself out of it. But what can you do to get yourself out of an echo chamber? Because even if you spot sensationalism, you still have to fight the echo chamber effect. So here's how you can do that. Follow a variety of credible sources, including, and very importantly, this is very, very important, follow sources that you don't like. Do not be comfortable with listening to news or getting your information from sources or information that you are comfortable with. That is the quickest way to get yourself into an echo chamber. You like my video? You like what I'm saying? You're listening to me? Go listen to someone else who you despise. I hate that I'm about to use him as an example, but the whole red pill manosphere situation, I hate that whole thing. But I listen to them not because I'm trying to get information from them, but because it lets me know there's other spaces that it's consciously you reminding yourself that there's other spaces that exist, right? You don't want to be stuck. Yes, you know you're getting factual information, but I don't want to risk being stuck in this because you don't own that channel. You're not the CEO, right? And leadership changes in a moment. And if it changes and that channel starts spewing bad information, now you're stuck in that echo chamber. But by viewing a channel or a source that you're not comfortable with, it's easy to get your mind out of that space because you're not invested. You're just there for the information. And the moment they no longer serve that to you, you're out. You're gone. Right? Search in incognito mode or while logged out. Now I know this is hard. I know it's hard. I myself don't practice it as much, but it helps. When you're doing sensitive research, when you're doing just looking things up that are sensitive, try to go into incognito mode. Doesn't mean your ISP cannot track you, but it means the data you get is a little bit less biased, right? Now you can add things like VPN, you can add things like data blocking services, but for the regular person who's not trying to spend money on that, use the incognito tab. That's a tab where your accounts are not logged in, so they don't have an advertiser ID to track you with across the internet, right? Consume long form content. And I know this might be a bit biased because my channel is mostly going to be long form videos, but consume long form content. Like, you guys need to be comfortable with not getting all your information from sound bites. The sound bites, the reels, should just be served as a means to get you to the long form content, right? So consume long form content because then you get to hear what people really have to say, right? I might post something when I start posting on YouTube Shorts. I might post something that sounds outrageous. Come watch the video, get what my point is, because by the end of the video, you might actually find yourself being like, okay, I still don't agree with what you were saying on your shorts, but I understand where you're coming from now, and I think I see where you're coming from. I see what you're saying, and that's what information should be doing for you. It should be exposing you to different ideologies, different ways of thinking, right? And remember, the algorithm. I really want you guys to remember this. The algorithm rewards you with whatever you engage with. If you click outrage, you get outrage. If you click fact, you get fact. If you click sadness, you get sadness. So be mindful. And these algorithms know what you want to watch. Trust me. Don't say because you were scrolling and you were watching all funny videos and then a messed up video came on your timeline, so you just had to watch it. No. The algorithm knows down to the millisecond how quickly you swipe away from the video. It uses everything from the tilt of your phone to how quickly you swiped away to potentially what you said after you swiped away to determine if you really were or were not interested in that video. So you see something you don't like, move on from it. You watch something and it makes you feel some kind of way, move on from it. And it's so good. This is why I love YouTube. They have this little section on the I'll put it on the screen. They have this little section when you're watching the YouTube shorts that literally comes out and you can choose, like, I think it says don't show me this or ever, like don't recommend this channel to me or something like that. And you click that enough times and the content stops showing on your feed. It's you letting YouTube know I'm not with that shit. I don't want you to give me shit that's gonna turn my mind to shit. So that's you being conscious about it. And to wrap up my story, in that situation where you've watched the video you're worried about the fact that something was included in your vaccine that you didn't give your consent to. You're unable to get your mind out of it. What are you supposed to do? Like I said earlier, you dig in, you do your research, you open an incognito browser, you pull up the CDC, you pull up, if your vaccine was made by Pfizer, you pull up Pfizer, you pull up a reputable institution, maybe a university, maybe a think tank, an institution that you feel is reputable enough or can verify their reputation, and you research, okay, what does Pfizer say this vaccine contains? What does the CDC know about this vaccine? Now, what are the experts, the professors, the academicians or academics saying about this vaccine? Because that's the only real way to get your mind at ease. And it's not just about putting your mind at ease, because the reality is if you're being served that video, your loved ones are most likely also being served that video. So when if they do not do the work you are currently doing to make sure you are being conscious about the information you are consuming, you get to be the one who's gonna say, oh, actually no, I read on the CDC website, on Pfizer website, and for example, the University of Michigan, this is actually what the vaccine does. The probability of that technology. So, sorry, my camera shut off earlier. So as I was saying, doing these checks ensure you can let your loved ones know the probability of this information being true is pretty much 0 to none. I have looked it up through official sources, through the manufacturer, and through people who study all their lives to know about these things on a professional level, and they do not feel confident that that's a possibility, that a tech company or a tech CEO could infuse a tracking device into a vaccine. So those little things are what really make the difference. So we're gonna wrap it up quick because I think my camera is overheating. So we'll get on to the next chapter, which is the conclusion, and we're gonna wrap this up.
If I leave you no vex, the minute you are here, then you are gone. No, you ain't tasty, and you let me get in when I'm in and you gonna need me,
In a world where your feed is personalized, you have blind spots. Media literacy really isn't about becoming cynical. It's not about trying to make you question everything. It's just about it's about becoming aware. It's about becoming more conscious. It's about ensuring you engage with your information in a more constructive way. So next time you see something that makes you instantly emotional, remember, if it's really true, it will still be true after you fact check it. That's the reality of it. If it's true, it will remain true, regardless of you fact checking or not. But it should not be a reason for you not to fact check. So, thanks for watching. I'm really happy, and I want you guys to go subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what you think on this video and the other videos, and watch out for the next one. Like, and I'll see you guys back here on the next video.
New videos uploaded every week. So subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy the journey.
ayé la fi sílẹ̀ sí.